Is so brutal right now. And it said it wasn't gonna rain, but looks like rain to me. Got my head bouncing around. This was the first time I drove from Highland Park, New Jersey, driving to North Wales, Pennsylvania. And I actually took the New Jersey Turnpike, and now I'm on the Pennsylvania Turnpike with these fucking savages. Pennsylvania Turnpike is no joke. I am not taking this way home. I'll probably take 202, but I was running really late, and I didn't want to be more than a half an hour late for work, so... just came on. Hopefully I have enough gas to get to the gas station. Since July, now it's October, that I have bought my motorcycle, and I started off pretty slow, parking lots, that sort of a thing. Now, I've had my motorcycle license for quite a few years, but I never bought a bike, and I never did anything with it. But anyway, I bought a bike in July, and I thought, yeah, I just kind of want to tinker around here and there, parking lots, neighborhood runs, that sort of a thing. And then as time progressed and I wanted to ride more and more and more, it was sort of cutting into like time with my girlfriend or time, you know, after work. I was kind of like obsessing. It's like I couldn't ride enough. So this week in my motorcycle journey, I started commuting to work. So I work in the office 3 days a week, and right now my office is in North Wales, Pennsylvania. I'm commuting from Highland Park, New Jersey. If I take the Turnpike, it's about 71 miles each way, and if I take, I guess 202 in New Jersey, it's about 64 miles. I've definitely been getting my motorcycle fix. I'm definitely improving. You know, when I first got my motorcycle, I thought, hey, I will never drive on the New Jersey Turnpike, and hey, I will never drive on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and I'm never gonna, I don't know how I'm gonna possibly go on 287 in New Jersey, and I don't know how I'm gonna possibly, you know, go on these highways that are basically crazy highways when people just drive like savages or drive like garbage, or I don't know, that I felt like we're unsafe in a car, let alone on a motorcycle. And here I am. You know, this morning I drove on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, which was crazy, and now I'm on merging onto 22 in Bridgewater, New Jersey, and I'll get on 287 to River Road, and it's been nice. Definitely learning a lot. Every time I ride, I learn something new. Today I learned from Reddit that I can take my earbud and flip it over into the opposite ear and listen to my music or my podcast that way, since my earbuds weren't staying in. You know, yesterday I learned to bring extra clothes to dress warm, because what it feels like on the outside after an hour of driving, the temperature is definitely much lower feeling, to say the least. Yeah, so it's been a great journey, and I've just gotten to know my bike a lot better too by riding it more and riding it long distance. My trusty steed. And I don't feel so afraid anymore, so I can't wait to ride to a place that I want to go to and not just to my job. I also wonder, you know, I mean, not right now, but eventually I'll probably ride in Manhattan. I'm sure that's a whole nother bag of worms, but, you know, I do frequent Manhattan and I work there sometimes, and it'd be nice to just take the bike. And you know what, I at least would take the bike to Hoboken and get on the path or something. But anyway, it's been great. I mean, one of the first rides that were longer than a half an hour that I ever went on, the wind was blowing like crazy, and I thought, holy shit, I will never be able to go on a road trip on my bike, because I just can't stand the wind. I can't stand riding in the wind. And just with practice and not even that much time, the wind is blowing pretty hard at me right now, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm not afraid of it like I was. My bike was getting pushed somewhere to maybe the left or the right. You know, I used my leg as a sail. I'm just not as afraid. I'm more confident in my riding, which makes me more alert in a better way. And I just, you know, practice makes perfect, and I understand that there's no perfect on a motorcycle, but practice and putting yourself out there and pushing yourself to try new things. I've really pushed myself, you know, daily, weekly, to just kind of get seat time in. I was discouraged when I first got the bike, and I felt like, wow, this bike is a lot more powerful than the bikes I use in the MSF course. And, you know, I dropped it a couple times in parking lot practice, and, you know, I just felt discouraged. And I just kept trying, and I'm like, look, if I don't want to do this hobby anymore, if I don't want the motorcycle anymore, fine, whatever. You know, who cares that I spent a bunch of money on a bike? I'll just return it or sell it or whatever. And I was just kind of easy with myself. And I've really learned to like being a beginner. It's like, I don't have to be perfect at this. I'm a beginner at motorcycling, and it's something I enjoy quite a bit, as do other riders. It's like, that's why people ride. It's kind of an amazing experience. There's really nothing like it. Even in traffic on 287. And I just want to keep doing it, and keep getting better, keep riding. You know, it's the middle of October, or the second week of October, and I know it's going to start getting colder soon, so I'm just going to ride to work as much as possible and just ride every day.